When we are tempted to get angry and break one of God's commandments, resort to loving those who desire to hurt you. Top of the morning to you. When we consider who we are in Christ with the mind of Christ and a firm determination to get to know God personally and more fully, we are given a sixth commandment in Exodus 20, verse 13. You shall not commit murder. Jesus clarifies in Matthew 5:21 when he says, You have heard it said to those of old, You shall not murder, and whoever murders is in danger of judgment. Verse 22, But I say to you, whoever is angry with his brother without cause shall be in danger of judgment. Verse 24, Therefore be reconciled to your brother, and then come and offer your gifts before the Lord. Romans 13:9, the commandments are all summed up in this saying, You shall love your neighbor as yourself. In order to do this, Romans 12:2 tells us, Don't be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is the good and acceptable, perfect will of God. Our mind needs to be transformed because Romans 8:7, the mind governed by the flesh is hostile to God. It is not subject to the law of God, nor indeed can it be. Verse 6, the mind governed by the flesh is death. The mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. Philippians 3:18, many walk as enemies of the cross of Christ. Verse 19, whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who set their mind on earthly things. Therefore, Ephesians 4:17, no longer walk as the rest of the Gentiles who walk in the futility of their mind. Verse 18, then their understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of God because of their ignorance and blindness of their heart. Verse 22, put off the old man which grows corrupt according to deceitful lusts. Verse 23, be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Verse 24, put on the new man which was created according to God in true righteousness and holiness. Verse 26, be angry and sin not. Verse 27, don't give place to the devil. Verse 31, let all bitterness, wrath, anger, clamor, and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. Verse 32, be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ forgave you. Then take it one step further. Matthew 5:43 through 44. You have heard it said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy, but I say to you, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, and do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who use you and persecute you. We can do all this because Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And 2 Timothy 1:7, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. Words of encouragement. So how do we obey the sixth commandment with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength? Start off with James 1:19 through 20. Let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath, for the wrath of man does not promote the righteousness of God. Get rid of any selfishness which promotes being easily offended. Rather pray for those who try to hurt you. For John 15:12, Jesus says, he tells us this, this is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Have a great day.